How's it going? My name is Brent from Encore PPF and Tint, and today we're working on a Toyota Prius, and it's a 2023, and we're going to be doing the hood. I feel like having some cake with this one. This looks incredibly simple. You can see there's a few fingers around here, and so a very minor four-corner tack is going to make this thing go incredibly quickly. This should be a very fast hood. This is very beginner, very simple. Let's go ahead and get at it. So as you can see, once again, I've raised the hood in the front and propped it open a little so that the hood is sitting proud of the fender. That makes sure we get a nice tight edge here. Alright. As always, we're going to go do a little stretch from left to right. And then we'll tack everything down to this fender. What I'm looking for is to make sure that the fingers are gone around the edge here. And then we'll go ahead and tack this to the bumper here. And then we'll go ahead and tack this to the bumper here. This is just straight water, so we're going to see how this sticks. The film is already on the bumper, so sometimes it doesn't like to stick to itself, although that one went well. Okay, we're going to do the same here. Glass this baby out. Let's squeegee that out real quick. Let's let the air get in there a little bit. And then let's try squeegeeing it out like that. That seemed to stick better when we let the air, when we basically squeegeed all the water out and then we put the two kind of dry materials together. Now here, the reason it continues to pop up is because I didn't get this bottom down here to stay down. So let's do this, and then re-stick this. If you get this bottom to stay down, then you're not going to have the problems with it just slowly continuing to release itself. That looks pretty good. That should give us enough time. So I want to go ahead and get rid of this air pocket here. And the more air pockets you can get rid of right away, the better. Ooh, a little pre-tacking right there. What's going on? Alright, let's get rid of this guy. I'm going to go ahead and take this across the front. And because I lifted that up over there, it allowed this to come up. Let's just get some more slip in here. Make sure that we didn't have any dry areas And we'll go ahead and start squeegeeing this out. I'm going to go ahead and come across the front here. And then we're just going to start taking this back. Just nice overlapping strokes. I'm usually about half of the squeegee is squeegeeing out new slip solution, and the other half is going over the previous half I just squeegeed out. Alright, now let's get these recesses. Just bringing them back as well. Squeegee contours really nicely into this recess. Alright, we had a little pre-tacking right here. Okay, that's going to want to pop up. We'll be right back to that though. Let's get this other side down first. So I'm working everything off that ridge first, and then I'm going to go ahead and work this recess or valley, and then we'll bring the rest of this back. Oh, sorry. I fell asleep while doing this one. Sorry about that. Alright, it did pop up a little bit right here. You can see there's some moisture in there. Let's go ahead and get some water in there, or tack solution, either one. Alright, and let's just squeegee this out. Now once it's out, we want to go ahead and do a swipe and hold on it. That way it makes sure and really tacks that edge down. Let's let it up and let's feel for tension here. It feels pretty good, but we're going to go ahead and relieve a little bit anyway. So we're going to do something like that. And then we'll cut that where it's going to get cut. And see, that's just a little bit less tension there, so make sure that it doesn't pop back up. Alright, let's check our edges. Make sure we didn't leave any water behind. You can also keep an eye out in the middle here while you're moving around, and make sure you don't see any water bubbles. Great. Super great. Oh. If they all went like that, huh? Well, we might be out of a job if they all went like that. Alright, so I'm going to give this about 15 or 20 minutes to start to set, and then come back and trim everything off and move on to other parts. So right now I'm probably going to jump around a little bit and maybe do the mirrors, and then get back to trimming this hood and then letting it sit and completely cure all around the edges before I wrap them. Another good thing to do is to lightly take a towel, dry this off. Now you should very easily be able to see any water pockets that you left in there. So I'm just running those lights across the hood. Everything looks great. All right, so I spent a couple minutes on some other parts. Let's go ahead and trim the material, the excess, down to a little bit less than 1/4 of an inch hanging over all the way around. I'm going to use an Olfa on one side and then Olfa scissors on the other side. So this corner, because it's so sharp, I'm going to go ahead and 45 this, and if you can see that, I'm 45ing it just past the edge, so I could actually cut straight down and not hit the paint. And then we'll go ahead and bring this around. All right. And you can see I'm pulling away from the material where I'm cutting. I'm pulling away with this other hand here. So I'm pulling backwards and away at the same time. Now I'm going to do the melt method on that one, so we're just going to go ahead and leave that long. And then because this is such a gentle corner here, we're going to go ahead and leave that long as well. Melt method on that one. And I'm using my finger as my guide when I'm trimming this. That's how I'm keeping such a straight line, is I'm actually using my finger to keep that line nice and straight when I'm cutting. I should have told you that earlier when I was still going to cut. Well, let's cut a little more. So my finger is what's keeping that straight right here along the edge of the hood. All right, let's go ahead and use scissors on this side. So with the scissors, I'm going to be able to just cut that 45, and I'm going to cut just right past the edge. You know, that way you don't hit the paint. And then we're going to go ahead and start trimming this. And I'm using my finger again to help. Sorry, it started to bunch up right there a little bit. Let's see if I can get that to happen again. It's because I wasn't pulling tension on it backwards that it started to bunch up. So, you know, if you just go like this and you try to cut around, you see how the material's just starting to push over. It's just going to bunch up on itself. You're going to get a really jagged line like this here, and it's going to be even worse than that in a lot of areas. So you do need to put that tension pulling away from the cut. And on this, I'm actually using this finger, and then this finger here is right in on the edge, and that's what's helping me keep such a nice straight cut. All right, so at that point, a pre-wrap would also be a good idea. I'm gonna go ahead and skip that today because I don't want to do it. And let's see, what else? that's pretty much it. So that's just gonna sit and dry just like this while I do other parts on the car, and I'll come back to that either later today or in the morning and wrap that under and then heat seal that edge. Appreciate you taking a look. If you found anything useful or helpful, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Well, that's all we can get. You're way up there.